Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this afternoon's ACAA men's basketball matchup between the 8-8 Holland College Hurricanes and the winless University of Kings College Blue Devils. As D'Angelo Woodside wins the tip for Holland College. Worth noting that both previous games, between these two teams have been very closely contested. So don't let the records fool you here. This could still be a tight one down to the wire. Bryce Corliss, the leading scorer in the ACAA, off to a hot start, making his first three-point shot of the game, and we can expect a lot of that from Corliss this afternoon. He leads the ACAA with 21.8 points per game. As there's a long two for Andrew DeGurga. Corliss throws up another long three. That one rims out. Rebound corralled there by Kings. It was Brendan Morris on the rebound. Corliss disrupts that, but it's Caleb Rennie with it. He puts up a shot that's no good, and D'Angelo Woodside, second in the conference in rebounds, comes away with that. Aaron Simmons quickly back the other way. That is out of his hands. They're going to say off of a Blue Devil and out of bounds. Zach Dawkins to inbound. Bounce pass for Nick Mills. Off balance shot. Banks it in. So Nick Mills on the score sheet here early for Holland College. He's had a couple strong first quarters in their last couple of home games. There's a three-point shot attempt for Kings. That's good. That's Noah Lopez, and this game is tied here early on. 5-all here. Corliss opened the game with a long three from the corner. Dawkins now. He's been a great addition to this Holland College lineup since the Christmas break. Mills back to Corliss for three. Corliss 1 for 3 now from beyond the arc. Back the other way, it's Rennie. Finds DeGurga. Outweights Nick Mills, and Andrew DeGurga with his second basket of the game puts Kings in front 7-5. Mentioned the first game between these two teams was a 2-point Holland College win. As Woodside spins and shoots, that's no good. Simmons battles for the rebound, gets a couple of chances at it. It's Woodside coming in with the hoop and the harm. D'Angelo Woodside averaging 10.3 rebounds a game. 6'6", so not the tallest player on the court, but pound for pound the biggest. And Woodside gets the bounce, so makes good on the three-point play to give Holland College the lead once again. Lopez now, watched there by the shifty Aaron Simmons. Lopez for DeGurga, quick pass in for Corson O'Rourke off of his hands, and Nick Mills gives it to Simmons back the other way. Simmons, quick shot from the free throw line is no good, and Lopez once again back the other way. Watched there by Dawkins, who's going to get called for a foul. Just over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter as Kings leading scorer Tariq Armstrong checking into the game now. He's right behind Corliss in ACAA scoring. Armstrong averages 19.7 points a game. He's had 20 or more points in every game but one since the Christmas break. Protecting the ball there is Rennie, but he can't make good on the layup. Dawkins quickly back the other way. That's just out of reach of Corliss. And it's a turnover, so Kings will take possession. Down one, just under 3 minutes into the game. Armstrong watched there by Zach Dawkins. These two had a great one-on-one battle in the last game between these two teams just under a month ago. So definitely a matchup to watch. Armstrong on Dawkins here. Armstrong behind the back. Watched by Dawkins. Gets it to O'Rourke. Stuffed there by Bryce Corliss, and Mills back quickly the other way. Behind the back pass by Dawkins. And D'Angelo Woodside with a clean throwdown. Rennie blocked there. Corliss might have gotten a hand on that again. Rennie now for DeGurga. And DeGurga off to a hot start for Kings. He's got 6 of their 9 points. And it's a 1-point game once again. Woodside down low. Gets around DeGurga. He's stuffed there by the backboard and is now called for the travel. Took a couple of steps after the rebound. Armstrong again, watched by Dawkins. This is going to be a fun matchup to watch as the game goes on. Armstrong leaves it. And block is going to be called there on Aaron Simmons. And it'll be a shooting foul, so Caleb Rennie will go to the line for 2. Rennie good on the first shot. Bit of a good roll around the rim. Exactly 6 minutes left here in the opening quarter. Rennie can't make good on the second attempt. O'Rourke battling for the rebound. Bounces it to Armstrong. Bounce pass down low for DeGurga. And DeGurga, mentioned off to a hot start. He's got 8 points already in this game as Kings has a 2-point lead. Dawkins looking for Mills. That's out of his reach. Not sure if Mills was expecting it. And timeout called by Holland College. Down 2 points here. About half as we approach the halfway mark of the first quarter. Mentioned Andrew DeGurga, 8 points already in this game. DeGurga averaging 5.2 points per game coming in. He's already almost doubled that with 8 points here in the opening minutes of the first quarter. DeGurga, 6'6", out of St. John's, Newfoundland. Lots of impact players to watch in this game. Mentioned Armstrong and DeGurga for Kings. Bryce Corliss, the leading point scorer in the ACAA. D'Angelo Woodside, already with a couple strong rebounds for Holland College. Woodside with 5 points, leads Holland College right now. He's got half of the Hurricane points. Still very early here, 5:43 left in the first quarter. For those who may have missed it, the Holland College women hung on for a double-digit win over Kings in the first game of this men's-women's doubleheader. Armstrong into the middle for DeGurga, over to Rennie. Rennie directs traffic. Contacted there by a couple of Hurricane players. I think Woodside's going to get called for the foul. So Kings will keep possession here. Still over 5.5 minutes to play in the quarter. Kings with a 2-point lead. Here's DeGurga. He's been the impact player to watch in this game so far. Armstrong finds DeGurga. Cuts in on Woodside. Kicks it out. 3-point shot goes up. That's Brendan Morris. No good. And Woodside takes the rebound. Simmons quickly back down to the other end. Simmons throws up a left-hand shot. That's no good. Mills tries to throw it off of a Kings defender. Kings will take possession here, and Armstrong, good spin move to get around Simmons. Morris will try it again for 3. That one goes. Brendan Morris opens up a 5-point lead for Kings. Dawkins will slow things down for Holland College. Now he cuts to the middle, leaves it there for Woodside. Woodside once again cuts to the hoop. He's got 7 here in the first quarter. The two big men running the show so far is Tariq Armstrong looking for his first points of the game. Doesn't get that shot to go. Rennie now from beyond the arc. Looking for some space. Gets some on the screen by O'Rourke. Spins away from Mills. And Caleb Rennie opens the lead to 5 once again. Dawkins running point for the Hurricanes. Woodside down low to Mills. Big Nick Mills. Simmons, oh, that pass spun out of his hands a little faster than he was expecting, and Corliss keeps possession. 3-point shot off the front part of the rim. Follows up his own rebound, and with the layup, Bryce Corliss cuts into the lead as he's got 5 in the quarter. O'Rourke cutting into the middle, blocked there by Corliss. And they're going to call a foul. I think it's going to be on Simmons. The block from Corliss looked clean. They're going to call Corliss for head contact. I thought the foul was going to be on Simmons for a push, but it is on Corliss. So up 3, Corson O'Rourke will have a chance to extend the lead once again with a pair of free throws. 3:51 here left in the first quarter. O'Rourke, good on the first try. His first point of the game. O'Rourke 2 for 2 from the line. 5 different Blue Devils have scored points here in the opening quarter. Dawkins steps in. His shot, no good. Rebounded there by Will Patterson. And it's Armstrong back the other way around Owen Parsons. His underhand circus shot doesn't go. And now Dawkins has it knocked out of his hands by Armstrong. Pleading for a foul call, but Holland College will keep possession here. Mentioned it already a couple of times. That battle between Armstrong and Dawkins is going to be one to watch as the game progresses here. They had a great back and forth in the previous matchup between these two teams. Dawkins finds Owen Parsons, and Owen Parsons from the top of the key. Cuts into the lead once again. Rennie back quickly the other way, finds O'Rourke. Back up top for Rennie, 3-point shot. Off the back of the rim, and Woodside with another rebound. Gets it up ahead quickly to Corliss, who will now slow things down, gets it down low to Woodside, and Woodside, D'Angelo Woodside called for a charge. I think that's just a foul for being bigger. And Woodside with his second foul will get subbed out here in favor of Ramari Johnson. Topaz Canna into the game now for Holland College, trying to rally the troops. Down 3, inside 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Armstrong watched very closely by Dawkins. Marko Svitanovic now for Patterson. Armstrong puts up a 3. That's long, and Canna will take the rebound. And he'll look to strike quickly for Holland College the other way. Gets it to Johnson. Thought about a 3-point shot. Canna now tries to leave it for Corliss. Good defense there by Svitanovic. Corliss steps around him now from the free throw line. Corliss gets it to go. Corliss up to 7 points in the quarter to match Woodside. Combined, they have 14 of the 18 Hurricane points here in the opening quarter. Armstrong stops and shoots. His shot doesn't go, and Corliss takes the rebound. So it's a 1-point Kings lead as Holland College takes possession back the other way. Approaching 2 minutes left here in the quarter. Canna swings it out for Corliss. Calling for a pick from Parsons. The pick and roll. Parsons, he's a big man with a big presence underneath the hoop, but can shoot as well. Corliss, speaking of people who can shoot, steps back from 3. And just like that, Bryce Corliss into double digits as Holland College takes the lead for the first time in this half of the quarter. Morris with a 3-pointer, that just rims out. Unlucky roll there for Kings. Morris looked to take the lead right back with a 3 of his own. Johnson now steps in on O'Rourke. Dawkins now for 3, that's long. Johnson bodied there by O'Rourke on the rebound. No call on it, but it will be Holland College ball. So at least there's some solace in that for the Hurricanes. Dawkins to inbound. Johnson now in the corner, gets it up to Canna, back up top. Canna watched by Lopez. Canna bodied there by DeGurga, and they're going to call a foul. Good presence of mind there by Canna to draw the contact and draw the foul. second foul on DeGurga in the quarter. So 2 fouls to Gurga likely done for the quarter here. 1:17 left in the first quarter. Back and forth first quarter. Each team's had a lead for, I would say, an even amount of time as Dawkins comes in. And they're going to call a foul on Tariq Armstrong before the shot. .111 on the clock now. Corliss to inbound. Gets it to Canna, near half court. Still plenty of time on the possession here. Corliss, another three-pointer, just short. Armstrong back quickly the other way, shadowed by Corliss. And Lopez from the corner, but too far into the corner as he was well over the out-of-bounds line. And a quick substitution here for Holland College with a shade under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Holland College with a 2-point lead. Dawkins getting instructions from the sideline as he brings the ball up the court. Dawkins draws a foul. I believe that's going to be Armstrong's second of the game. Dawkins is going to go to the line to shoot 2. 51 seconds left here in the quarter, so a chance for Dawkins to extend the 2-point Holland College lead. First shot rattles around, but is good. Dawkins on the score sheet now. Dawkins misses left on that attempt. So it's a 3-point Holland College lead. Probably one possession left for either team. As we hit 40 seconds left in the quarter here, Armstrong, watched by Parsons, steps up, finds some space, and Tariq Armstrong circus shot. Gets his first points of the game. Mentioned the two leading ACAA scorers in this game. Armstrong sitting second behind Holland College's Bryce Corliss. And Topaz Canna called for a travel. And Kings will take a timeout. 25 seconds left here in the quarter. So Kings could take advantage of a full possession here. Down 1, could take the lead at quarter time. We'll see what they can draw up and how to use up as much time as possible so that they don't give Holland College an extra possession here late in the quarter. And they're putting it up on the scoreboard now. Bryce Corliss, 750 career points as a Hurricane. Mentioned he is the leading scorer in the ACAA coming into this game, already at 10 points. Now over 750 in his career. Certainly a remarkable milestone for the fourth-year player from Quispamsis. Playing in likely his final regular season home game. Worth noting, regular season, this is Holland College will be hosting the ACAA playoffs. A win would be huge here for Holland College to stay a game up at least on Mount Allison, who is playing right now against UNBSJ. We'll give you a scoreboard update here in between quarters from that game. Mount A hosting the national tournament, so automatically get a berth into that. Armstrong, watched by Simmons again, content to take his time here. Almost backed out of bounds there. Canna now with the jump. Armstrong steps around him. Down low for Rennie. Circus shot goes. So Kings does take a lead. Simmons back the other way, has his pocket picked. And it's a go-ahead basket by Caleb Rennie in the final seconds of the first quarter that give Kings a 1-point lead. So a close game here. Mentioned it could be a close one. Both games have been close so far. 23-22, Kings lead over Holland College at the end of the first quarter. We'll take a quick break here and join you in a moment for the second quarter. Getting set to join second quarter of action here in Charlottetown. Going to be keeping an eye on the out-of-town scoreboard. Mount Allison and UNBSJ playing right now. Again, Mount Allison a game behind Holland College in the standings. Mount Allison currently with a big lead halfway through the second quarter over UNBSJ, 33-19 at last update. The reason that's important is because Mount Allison and Holland College could be jockeying for position here going into the playoffs. After today, Holland College has one game left. Mount Allison will have two. Both teams will have to play top-ranked St. Thomas. And Mount Allison's extra game is against these very Blue Devils as Caleb Rennie draws a foul. Lots of contact in there. Ramari Johnson, the guilty party there. Second-year player from Dartmouth. And Rennie, who had 5 points in that opening quarter, including the go-ahead basket late. Good on the first try. Second attempt upcoming from Caleb Rennie. No good on the second, and the rebound bounces out of Kenna's hands. Rennie thought about a three-point shot. Now Svetanovich back to Lopez. Svetanovich bodied there by Parsons, loses the ball, but it goes right to Will Patterson. Hook shot doesn't go, and Canna will watch that sail out of bounds as the shot clock expires anyway. So Holland College with possession now, down two. Ryan McKinnon and Canna switching there as Canna switches with Johnson. Johnson bounce pass out of the reach of McKinnon. And so it's a turnover apiece here to start the second quarter. Canna watching Armstrong now, reaches for it, misses. And now Armstrong gets around Canna, gets around Johnson. Circus shot was a little long. Rebound bounces around Will Patterson, stuffed there by Owen Parsons. A couple of big men competing for the rebound there, and after that, Parsons will get subbed out in favor of D'Angelo Woodside. As Woodside and Mills, a pair of starters, back into the game now for Holland College. Patterson leaves it there for Armstrong. Shot clock starting to wind down. Armstrong bobbled it, gets it back, outweights Canna. Canna, good presence of mind there by Armstrong as Canna was causing all kinds of disruptions. But Armstrong puts it home, and it's a 4-point Kings lead. As Canna puts up a long three, that's off the corner of the rim. And back the other way quickly is Armstrong. Gets around Mills, into the corner for Noah Lopez. Three-point shot goes, and it's a 7-point Kings lead. Noah Lopez with his second three-pointer of the game. McKinnon now. Gets around Svetanovich, kicks it back to Canna, out of his hands. So a couple turnovers in a row for Holland College, and Bryce Corliss will check back into the game, probably to calm things down. Again, he's the catalyst for most of Holland College's offense and has been already today. Armstrong and Lopez will switch. Aaron Simmons tasked with guarding the ACAA second leading scorer now. Caleb Rennie has it spin out of his hands, and Ryan McKinnon takes possession. That pass just a little too far for Corliss there. And it's 4 turnovers in a row for Holland College to start the second quarter. It's not the start they were hoping for. Still pointless here in the second quarter. Armstrong gets it to O'Rourke. O'Rourke, long 2-point shot for Corson O'Rourke. And it's a 9-point Kings lead. Ryan McKinnon now leaves it for Corliss. Corliss cornered on the sideline, gets it over to Mills. Simmons now. That's a long 2-point shot, no good. D'Angelo Woodside out-muscles his way to the basket. And D'Angelo Woodside up to 9 points today. Don't know of anyone in the ACAA who's going to outmuscle D'Angelo Woodside that close to the hoop. Armstrong now, watched by Simmons. Armstrong cuts into the middle, puts up a shot. Bounces around the rim, and Tariq Armstrong up to 6 points in the game. Extends the lead to 9 once again. Bryce Corliss with it now for the Hurricanes. Watched there by Rennie. Kicks it over to McKinnon. McKinnon down low for Woodside. Woodside down low, no good. Rebounded there by Patterson. Good position there by Patterson, and Armstrong into the corner for Rennie. 3-point shot. Caleb Rennie just a little long, and Woodside deflects the rebound to Ryan McKinnon. McKinnon now. Woodside was calling for it and got it. Kicks it back out to Corliss for 3, just short. Follows up his rebound, going to give it another shot, and Corliss makes good on that. His third three-pointer of the game. So he's up to 14 points now, cutting the lead to 6. 3 players converge on Armstrong, who gets it to O'Rourke. O'Rourke in on Mills. O'Rourke, circus shot doesn't go, and Corliss comes away with the rebound, knocked out of bounds by O'Rourke. Dawkins back into the game for Holland College. Dawkins now brings the ball ahead for the Hurricanes. Corliss now steps up from the top of the key. Bryce Corliss has found his groove here. And that spells trouble for Kings as the lead is now 4. Kings is led by 9. Rennie goes behind the back, tries to get around Woodside, and they're going to call a foul. It's going to be on Woodside. That's the second time that they've called a foul on Woodside that I thought would be going to Aaron Simmons. That's the third foul charge to Woodside in this game. So he's going to have to be careful here, as we're not even at the halfway mark of the second quarter. Woodside already sitting at 3 fouls. And got to think Owen Parsons is going to sub out Woodside here. 5:55 left before halftime. It's a 5-point game after the make. A strong rebound off the miss there for Holland College. And back the other way is Dawkins. Dawkins, through a crowd of people, draws a foul. Good vision by Dawkins to find the lane. Draws the foul, and Dawkins will go to the line for 2, as it is indeed Parsons coming into the game for Woodside. Dawkins good on the first try. Foul was charged to Will Patterson there, first-year player from BC. Dawkins once again 1 for 2 from the line as Corliss quickly intercepts that pass. He'll settle things down. Strong pass into the corner for Nick Mills, who draws another foul on Patterson. And Kings will take a timeout. So it's a 4-point game here. Again, Kings is led by 10. But Holland College hasn't gone away yet. Again, Bryce Corliss and D'Angelo Woodside keeping them in it. Corliss up to 15 points already today. Woodside at 9. 24 of the 30 points on the scoreboard for the Hurricanes coming from their 2 star players, 2 of their 3 graduating players. Andrew DeGurga with 8 points leads Kings, but he's been sitting at 2 fouls since about halfway through towards the late stages of the first quarter, excuse me. So we haven't seen him since then. Will Patterson now sitting at a pair of fouls. And it looks like DeGurga is coming back into the game right on cue. Holland College ball here, 16 seconds on the shot clock, 5:35 left before halftime. Dawkins bounce pass to Simmons. Simmons steps back. That's a long two-point shot that rattles the rim but doesn't drop. Now it's Armstrong. Almost loses the handle on it. Doubled there by a pair of Canes, but it's Brendan Morris for three, and it's good, and the lead is once again 7. Brendan Morris, his second three-pointer of the game, as he and Noah Lopez each with a pair of three-pointers for Kings. Dawkins deposits a pass down low for Parsons. Looking for a foul call, doesn't get it. The rebound was off of Parsons and out of bounds, so it's another scoreless possession for Holland College. Down 7 here, as Corliss almost jumped that pass. Hustles back defensively to get in front of Rennie. Morris again looking for his third three-pointer and gets it, as Kings opens up a 10-point lead, their biggest lead of the game. Under 5 minutes, Corliss looking to cut into that, and he'll do that very quickly, as Corliss replies with his third three-pointer of the game. Armstrong now. Watched there by Dawkins and Mills. O'Rourke into the corner. Morris looking for his fourth three-pointer. That one's a little long, but DeGurga picks up the rebound. Pass just a little too hot for Armstrong, and as O'Rourke takes the ball away, he's going to get called for, no, they're calling Armstrong for the foul. I thought it was going to be on O'Rourke, but it's Tariq Armstrong. It's Armstrong's third foul of the game. Timeout called. So it's a 7-point game, but once again, Bryce Corliss creating much of the Holland College offense. If they want to cut into this lead again, it's going to take more than just Corliss to do so. As the three-pointers starting to rain down here in the second quarter. Kings, again, comes into this game without a win, but have been in several games, including both matchups against Holland College so far this season. A 2-point game back in November, and an 18-point Holland win just under a month ago. Out-of-town score update, Mount Allison leads UNBSJ 47-36 at halftime. Again, that's a game to keep an eye on because it has huge implications in the standings. If Mount A were to win and Holland were to lose, I believe that would put Mount Allison up ahead of Holland in the standings. They would both be sitting at 8 wins. Mount A with a game in hand. And a game against these Blue Devils remaining on the schedule. Great pass there by Dawkins to find Owen Parsons. He's got his second basket of the quarter. Cuts the lead to 5. Lopez watched by Simmons. Lopez gets it to Rennie. Rennie, pick and roll with O'Rourke. That pass off of the hands of Nick Mills. And Corliss is going to get called for a travel. Looked like someone collided with him. May have caused the pivot foot to come up there. DeGurga, watched by Parsons, gets it to Morris. Morris all the way up to the top to Rennie. 5 on the shot clock now. Rennie, watched by Parsons, gets into the corner. Morris, off-balance shot, does hit the rim, so he avoids the shot clock violation. O'Rourke has it punched out from behind by Corliss, but right to Lopez. Rennie from the corner for 3, short. And Mills gets the rebound deflection there to Parsons, and Corliss will bring the ball ahead for Holland College. Corliss looking for space, finds some. 2-point shot, bounces around the hoop, and Bryce Corliss cuts the lead now to 3. Lopez now leaves it for DeGurga. DeGurga, his shot off the back of the rim. Corliss takes the rebound ahead for Holland College. Good bounce pass there for Simmons. Great bounce pass in return for Corliss. No foul called. Looked like the ref was thinking about it. But Kings back the other way. Rennie, awkward looking pass there to DeGurga. His shot long again, and Dawkins takes the rebound for Holland College. Quickly back, and a block is going to be called on Corson O'Rourke, and Dawkins will go to the line for 2. Lots of back and forth action with not much offense to show for it. Marko Svitanovic into the game now for Kings. Zach Dawkins cuts the deficit to 2. And Zach Dawkins 2 for 2 from the line for the first time today. He's now 4 for 6 in the game from the free throw line. And the deficit now 1. Svitanovic to Lopez. Thought about a 3. Now Svitanovic will take 1. That shot's long. Parsons redirects the rebound to Dawkins. Up ahead quickly for Simmons. Simmons stops, pops, and shoots. That's short. And Lopez collects the rebound. Watch there by Simmons. Gets ahead for Svitanovic. O'Rourke now leaves it there for Rennie. Tries to cross over Corliss. Does get around him. Parsons there on the block, but he's going to get called for a foul. It's going to be Corliss called for the push. Good block by Parsons, though. He's had a couple good ones in this game. Ramari Johnson into the game now, as Corliss sitting at 2 fouls. Under 2 minutes left here before halftime. Rennie short on the first attempt, so the lead stays at 1 for Kings. Miscommunication on the timing there between the ref giving the ball to Rennie. Rennie makes good on the second, so it's a 2-point Kings lead, excuse me. Long stretch pass for Johnson is no good. Parsons there on the rebound, can't make good on that attempt. Simmons now goes up with it. Third time is a charm for the Hurricanes as Aaron Simmons onto the scoreboard now. Tie game, 41-41. Lopez now, Corson O'Rourke leaves it for Lopez. Lopez steps back, calls the play, and that is off of Lopez and out of bounds. He can't believe it. From up here, it looked like Simmons deflected it off of Lopez and out of bounds. Minute and a half left here, tie game. Dawkins, circus shot goes up, that's short. Lopez controls the rebound, up ahead quickly for Caleb Rennie. Gets around Simmons and retakes the lead once again for Kings. Strong first half here for Caleb Rennie, by my count, sitting at 10 points. Nice over-the-top pass for Parsons. Circus shot doesn't go. Now it's Lopez back for Morris the other way. Lopez steps back for 3. Noah Lopez can't get it to go, and Simmons knocks the rebound to Johnson. Dawkins back quickly. It's a 3-on-1, and Ramari Johnson good on that layup. 40 seconds left here in the first half. Lopez, watched by Johnson, gets over half court. Rennie now. And that's a turnover as Rennie lost the handle. Mills took over. And it's going to be a foul called on Noah Lopez. And with the bonus now in effect, Aaron Simmons will go to the line for 2 in a tie game. This may actually work in Kings' favor as they'll get basically a full shot clock after the free throws by Simmons upcoming here. Simmons good on the first. 25 seconds left here before halftime. So again, a full shot clock for Kings as Simmons gets a lucky bounce and roll off the backboard, and it is a full shot clock for Kings. Lopez in on Simmons. Simmons harassing Lopez, who loses the handle. Just gets over half court before the 8 seconds. Lopez almost steps on the out of bounds line too. Now kicks it over for Cvitanovic. Turned over, and Mills draws a foul on Cvitanovic, so up 2. Nick Mills will go to the line for 2. And they're going to call it an intentional foul. Mills will be going to the line for 2 anyway. But with the unsportsmanlike call, Holland will keep possession after the free throws. 5 seconds on the clock, so a good chance here for Holland College to extend their lead here. Mills has extended it to 3, can make it 4. Does just that, no mistake on either one of those. And now with 5 seconds left, Holland College up 4 will get a chance to extend that lead before the halftime break. So a big turn of events here in the late stages of the first half. Dawkins with 4 seconds left now. Goes up, Dawkins can't get it to go, and the putback no good. So it will be a 4-point Holland College game, or Holland College lead, excuse me, at halftime. So Bryce Corliss, the difference maker for Holland College. But it's a couple of late turnovers by Kings, leading to the lead by Holland College. So a closely contested 4-point Holland College lead at halftime. We will take a break here and rejoin you in a few minutes for the second half of play.
Slices and sticks with half pizza, half Italian cheese sticks is back, so you'll never fight over dinner again. Get hot and ready slices and sticks for just $7.99, or order online for new jalapeno or bacon sticks for just $1 more.
Walk in, walk out.
Growth requires flexibility, the boldness to try something new, the wisdom to take care of what you already have. To get to know yourself, to step out and connect, to build something.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for the second half of play here. Holland College leads Kings 47-43 as we get set to start the third quarter. Important, well, for Holland College at least, important out-of-town score update. Mount Allison leads UNBSJ by 10. Mount Allison sits one win behind Holland College in the standings. So a win by Mount Allison and a loss by Holland College here today would actually put Mount Allison ahead, technically. Holland College has one game remaining at first place St. Thomas next weekend. Mount Allison with 2 games remaining, also against St. Thomas, and 1 game against these Kings Blue Devils. So Kings 0-14 coming into this game, but a competitive team nonetheless, as they've given Holland College all they can handle here in the first half. Run you through some highlights from the stats here in a moment, as Bryce Corliss, and they're going to say he stepped on the baseline. Corliss leads all players with 20 points in the game, so just shy of his game average. Average is 21.8 a game coming into today, but already sitting at 20. Caleb Rennie with 12 points leads Kings. Armstrong, there's Andrew DeGurga. He's into double digits. Sorry, he's now at 8 points himself. Cuts the lead to 2 here early on in the third quarter of play. Zach Dawkins over to Nick Mills for Corliss. Again, the game's leading scorer. D'Angelo Woodside has 9 points. Back up top for Dawkins. Dawkins between the legs, loses it there to Brendan Morris. Morris, underhand layup, gets up and over Bryce Corliss, and Morris now at 11 points after that one. Ties the game up again. Early 4-0 run here for Kings. Dawkins bounce pass for Simmons. Simmons makes good on that shot. Puts Holland College ahead once again. It was a back and forth first half. Can expect much of the same here in the second, and we've seen that already here in the third quarter. Woodside tried to step in front of Armstrong. Armstrong kicks it out to Morris. One-hand pass for Corson O'Rourke. Back for Morris. Morris for 3 off the front part of the rim. And Dawkins quickly back the other way for Simmons. Simmons stops and shoots, and he's got his second basket of the quarter. Once again, putting Holland College again by 4. That pass off of Morris. They're going to say it was off Simmons and out of play. It looked from here like it was out of Morris's hands and out, but the refs saw it differently. Morris and Simmons now locked in a good battle. So they're already jostling before the ball's even in. Ball's into DeGurga, back for Tariq Armstrong. Kings' leading scorer coming into this game has had a quiet day here, only 6 points for him. Bounce pass into DeGurga, and DeGurga into double digits officially now. Cuts the lead to 2 once again, just under 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Simmons now trying to find Corliss, now does, and it's going to be a moving screen called on Aaron Simmons. He's arguing the call, but it looked like his feet were moving at the time contact was made, which will be a foul call against Simmons, his second of the game, so down 2, Kings will take possession. Rennie into Armstrong. Again, Rennie, Kings' leading scorer in this game, coming into the second half of play. Armstrong loses the handle on it. That's going to be off of Mills and out of play. 14 on the shot clock here for Kings to work with. Armstrong for Morris. Thought about a shot. Now dishes it down to DeGurga. DeGurga, that pass, and we're going to get a foul called as the pass went off of Rennie and out of play. We're going to call Corliss for head contact. Second time in the game he's been called for that. He's at 3 fouls now. Early stages here of the second half. 2-point game. As Rennie continues, he's at a ongoing dialogue with the officials here early in the second half. Rennie inbounds to DeGurga. DeGurga for Armstrong. Armstrong steps back. Woodside takes his space away. Now it's O'Rourke down from the baseline. His shot is well long. And back the other way, it's Zach Dawkins. Dawkins in on Rennie, and they're going to wave it off as Dawkins is going to get charged with a charge. He doesn't like the call, but the score will stay at 51-49. Second foul on Dawkins. Cleaning up a little mess on the court as we get ready to resume play. 7:26 left here in the third quarter. It's a 2-point Holland College lead as Corliss steals the inbounds. And now it's Nick Mills. Down low for Woodside. Woodside directing traffic, looking for space, finds some with the shot clock going down. Quick jump shot by Simmons is no good. Quick release there, maybe too quick on the trigger for Simmons. And Kings back the other way. Armstrong for O'Rourke. Armstrong now, three-point shot. That's no good, and Woodside, strong rebound there up ahead for Simmons. Woodside led all players with 7 rebounds in the first half as Zach Dawkins for 3. Nothing but net for Zach Dawkins. And the lead is 5 for Holland College. Armstrong watched there by Dawkins. Rennie now for O'Rourke. Morris. Armstrong. Dawkins not giving him any space to work with. Armstrong now finds some. In on Corliss, who may have gotten a hand on the shot, and Nick Mills takes the second rebound attempt. Gets it to Corliss. Corliss now. 3-point shot for Corliss off the rim and the backboard. And it's a partial 2-on-1 back the other way. Corliss looking to draw the charge. The shot misses anyway. Bounce pass for Simmons, and Aaron Simmons extends the lead to 7. His third basket of the quarter. 9 points for Holland College now here in the third quarter. They lead by 7. Dawkins and Armstrong again locked in a good physical battle. Armstrong steps around Dawkins that time, and Dawkins is going to get charged with a foul. Some chippy physical play starting to pick up here as Dawkins and Armstrong start to escalate their battle. Armstrong's not happy about something. As he will make the long walk up to the free throw line for his foul shots. Armstrong good on the first attempt. His first point of the half. And Armstrong calmly goes 2 for 2 from the line, cuts the lead to 5. Holland College still ahead. They've led since the late stages of the first half after the teams exchanged leads a few times in the first half. Dawkins now draws a foul. He'll be on the floor, so no shot. Brennan Morris, the guilty party. Holland College will have possession, 14 on the shot clock. Just over 5.5 minutes left here in the third. Corliss into Dawkins. Dawkins for Woodside. Bounce pass back for Dawkins. Great circus pass by Dawkins to find Nick Mills. And Nick Mills, as Kings calls a timeout. Nick Mills restores the 7-point lead. Worth noting, Zach Dawkins credited with 8 assists officially in that first half, so that puts him at 9. And with 9 assists 5 rebounds, 7 points in the game. Zach Dawkins officially on triple-double watch. Mentioned Kings led by 10 for most of the late stages of the second quarter. Holland College has yet to lead by more than 7 or 8. They lead by 7 now. It'll be Kings possession coming out of the timeout. Still lots of time left in this game. Again, Holland College sitting at 8-8 on the season. Kings 0-14, but battling here and have battled with Holland College in both of their matchups so far this season. So don't let the Kings record fool you. They're a feisty, competitive team, and they're showing it here today. Armstrong harassed there by Dawkins, loses the handle but gets it right back. Now crosses center court. Looks to cross over Dawkins, still in front of him. Gets it to O'Rourke, into the corner for Rennie, back to Morris. Morris's shot off the mark, and it's another rebound for Woodside. That's 10 in the game for him. And Aaron Simmons back the other way. He's got 8 points in the quarter, 12 in the game. And extends the lead to 9, Holland College's biggest lead of the game. Armstrong now, bounce pass back for Rennie. Watched there by Corliss, Rennie to DeGurga. DeGurga down low for O'Rourke. Shot clock winding down, O'Rourke batted by Corliss, and Woodside takes over for Holland College. Up ahead for Corliss, another circus behind the back pass, and Aaron Simmons has 10 points in the third quarter alone as Dawkins knocks that away from Armstrong as they continue their battle. Zach Dawkins and Bryce Corliss with a couple of spectacular behind-the-back bounce passes, setting up big Holland College baskets here in the third quarter. Hurricanes now lead by 11, which is the biggest game either team has had in the game. Lopez tried to bounce it off Corliss and out of bounds, but missed. Great team defense there by Corliss and Simmons. And Holland College will take over in the offensive court. Dawkins bounce pass picked off by Rennie. And back the other way go the Blue Devils. Rennie draws a foul. Not sure who it's on. It's on D'Angelo Woodside, who can't believe it. Again, I wasn't even sure who the foul was going to be on. Fourth foul of the game for Woodside, so might not see much of him for the balance of this third quarter. 4:19 left. As Rennie at the line misses the first shot. He led Kings with 12 points in the first half, but has yet to hit the score sheet here in the second. And again, his ongoing dialogue with the officials continues here. And Rennie makes good on the second attempt, so cuts the lead to 10. Dawkins now, watched by Armstrong, over to Ramari Johnson. Johnson back for Simmons. Simmons stops and shoots. O'Rourke takes the rebound, though. Rennie back the other way. Lopez. Rennie directing traffic, calling for a screen. Steps in, loses the handle on the ball, but he's going to get called for a travel. Looked like he took one too many steps before the whistle went. And up 10, under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Dawkins again, watched by Armstrong. Armstrong aware of the screen being set up. Dawkins finds some space, and he draws a foul attempt, or foul call, excuse me. It's on Andrew DeGurga. I believe that's going to be his fourth foul of the game. Third foul of the game, excuse me. 2 shots upcoming here for Zach Dawkins. A little short on the first attempt. And Dawkins good on the second attempt. Topaz Canna in for Dawkins now. You can watch the battle here between Canna, number 1 in white, and Tariq Armstrong, number 5 in black. Armstrong seems to have good physical battles with whoever is matched up against him, but it's been Dawkins and Canna for the better part of the game. Good defense there by Parsons and Canna, but the ball bounces to Noah Lopez, 3-point shot. No good, and Owen Parsons with a good, strong rebound there for the big man from Hemphill, Nova Scotia. That shot by Johnson, no good. Another rebound by Parsons. Corliss outweights Rennie. 3-point shot goes up, and Bryce Parsons, his 5th 3-pointer of the game. And Bryce Corliss pacing the Holland College Hurricanes. The lead is now 14. Armstrong's shot goes up. Corliss, deflects the rebound. Armstrong now. And he's going to get called for a travel as he held onto the ball for too long. Trying to do too much. Down 14. Again, the biggest lead either team has had in this game. Both teams have had double-digit leads. Kings was unable to stretch theirs past 10. Holland College now with a 14-point lead late here in the third quarter. Topaz Canna bobbles the pass, gets it back. Gets it to Simmons. Simmons steps back for 3. Aaron Simmons off the back part of the rim. Simmons has 10 points in the quarter. Armstrong now for Rennie. Rennie now down low for O'Rourke. Corson O'Rourke doubled there, and Corliss takes the ball away. Gets it up to Parsons, who gives it right back to Corliss. Great defensive effort by Corliss, who now trades with Canna. Canna now looking for Corliss, who's got a bit of space. 3-point shot. Bryce Corliss catching fire here in the third quarter, up to 26 points in the game, and the lead is now 17 for Holland College. Armstrong's shot is short. Johnson keeps it in, but gets it right to Will Patterson. Armstrong now. Armstrong bounce pass to Lopez with the shot clock winding down. Steps back from 3. That shot no good. Patterson fighting for the rebound. Keeps it in to O'Rourke. So they maintain possession in the offensive zone as O'Rourke puts a shot up. And again, an offensive rebound, but once again unable to cash in. Now Simmons back the other way, and Lopez going to get called for a block. So a flurry of activity underneath the Kings basket, but unable to make anything of it. And once again, up 17. Holland College will have possession. Timeout called, I believe, by Kings. So Bryce Corliss, quiet for much of the third quarter, has caught fire in the last couple of minutes with a couple of big 3-pointers to extend the lead. And some good defensive plays as well. So Corliss being an X factor at both ends of the court. Only 9 points to show for Kings in this third quarter. It still has a minute and change left. (22-9). Holland College has outscored Kings here. In the third quarter of play. .118 to go here in the third. Out-of-town score update late in the fourth. UNBSJ has come back and are now trading the lead back and forth with Mount A in the late stages of the game. That game has big implications for Holland College again, as them and Mount Allison potentially jockeying in the standings over the next couple of weekends. Corliss, another long-range three that was on target, or had the range, but just off target, excuse me. And Svitanovic back the other way, steps in on Corliss. Corliss disrupts the shot, but Parsons knocks it out of bounds for Holland College. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter, 58 seconds. Kings will look to cut that deficit here on this possession. Bounce pass for O'Rourke, disrupted by Johnson. Great defense there by Johnson, but he throws it off of Ryan McKinnon and out of bounds. Head coach Tim Kendrick very pleased with the effort by Johnson there, understandably so, as Johnson reading the play, forcing a turnover, but good effort there by Johnson nonetheless. And Johnson, another turnover for him. Clean break for Ramari Johnson, and he makes good on that. Extends the lead to 19, the biggest lead in the game. Svitanovic now, almost lost his footing. Corliss punches it away from him. Diving attempt by Corliss to get on it. Gets up, Corliss, bounce pass to Parsons. Parsons makes good, and Bryce Corliss. What an effort by the senior player who hit a milestone of 750 points in his career earlier today. And there's going to be a foul called there. Bonus in effect, so with 7.7 seconds left, excuse me. It'll be Jerome Williams to the line. He will shoot two. 21-point lead for Holland College. Williams long on the first attempt. 7.7 seconds left, so a make here or a defensive rebound. Holland College will have 7.7 seconds left to try and extend the lead once again. Williams gets the second shot to go. Now it's Corliss with time winding down. Looking for a bit of space. Finds it. Bryce Corliss, just around the rim. Can't get it to go, but it's still a 20-point lead for Holland College. Going into the fourth quarter of play. Not insurmountable for Kings, but certainly a commanding lead now for the Hurricanes. We'll get you a quick update from Mount Allison and UNBSJ as we enter the fourth quarter. We'll take a quick break here and rejoin you for the fourth quarter momentarily. Getting set to rejoin the fourth quarter here, or start the fourth quarter here in Holland College. The Hurricanes with a 20-point lead over Kings. Promised you an out-of-town update from St. John. Mount Allison leads UNBSJ by 4 with a minute and a half left at last update. Again, that game, big implications for Holland College in the standings. A win by Mount Allison would make this almost a must-win game if they want to keep ahead of Mount Allison. Svitanovic over to Williams. Williams spins, shoots, and Jerome Williams into the game late in the third quarter has 3 points already. Kings needs a stop, though. Ryan McKinnon controlling the clock for Holland College. Corliss now. Watched by Williams. Steps back on him. Thought about a three. Now with a bit of space, gets around Svetanovich. Gets the shot off, but no good. Someone got a hand on it. Now Ryan McKinnon for three off the rim, and Corson O'Rourke with the rebound for Kings. And Lopez back the other way. Down into the corner. Svetanovich all alone. Corner three is no good, but O'Rourke, another offensive rebound. Lopez now puts up a three. That's no good. Another rebound for O'Rourke. Corliss with a big block from behind. Svetanovich for Lopez. He'll settle things down as the shot clock already running low here. O'Rourke puts up a three. That's blocked by Johnson, and it's a shot clock violation against Kings. So a big stop there, as it looked like Kings may have started to gain some momentum. $18-point game here. Still early in the fourth. But Holland College looking to gain a little more separation. Aaron Simmons now at 10 points in that third quarter. Corliss, another no doubt three-pointer from Bryce Corliss. He has 7 three-pointers in this game and is up to 29 points. And foul called on Ramari Johnson there. Another quick update from St. John. Mount A up 4 with 17 seconds left. Again, that game big for Holland College in terms of the standings. A win by Mount Allison would technically put them ahead of Holland College with a game in hand. But Holland College in control here, up 21. Armstrong loses the handle on that. And McKinnon, bodied there, will draw the foul. It's Jerome Williams called for the foul. 8:03 left here in the fourth. Dawkins. Good fake there by Dawkins as he and Armstrong continue their battle. Ramari Johnson for three, a little wide. Woodside with a strong rebound there. D'Angelo Woodside with the hoop and the harm after the rebound. And D'Angelo Woodside continues his strong game, rebounding and scoring. He's got a double-double in this game once again for the Hurricanes. He's a defensive end in a basketball player's body. And Woodside can't get the follow-up after the foul, but Holland College now lead by 23, biggest lead of the game. Corner three by Williams, rims out. And O'Rourke takes the rebound. Williams thought about another three. Now gets it back to O'Rourke. That's Jack Patterson into the game now. His long range two, no good. And it's another rebound for Woodside. Dawkins now. Long range two for Zach Dawkins goes. 25 the lead now for Holland College. Again, very comfortable lead now as we approach the 7-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Svetanovich finds some space, gets it to go. Marko Svetanovich with his first points of the game. McKinnon watched there by Svetanovich. McKinnon gets around him. Leaves it for Dawkins. Dawkins for Corliss. Corliss thought about a three, now steps up for two. Shot's no good. Ryan McKinnon, good rebound there. His pass attempt. Ramari Johnson, boy, he's made a strong impression effort-wise in this game. Dawkins steps back for three this time, no good. And Patterson bobbles that rebound out of bounds. Dominic Sherrard and Nick Mills into the game now as D'Angelo Woodside, I think he's shaken up here. Got to think Mills is coming into the game for him. Not a good sign here for Holland College. Again, only one game left in the regular season schedule for Holland College after today. That is next weekend at first place St. Thomas. Round of applause for Woodside as he makes his way off under his own steam. Dawkins inbounds to Johnson. Johnson making the most out of select minutes here. Dominic Sherrard. 3-point shot goes up. That's no good. Trying to follow his own rebound, but it's DeGurga on the board. Armstrong behind the back. Well, him and Dawkins have been fun to watch go after it today. Armstrong doubled there by Sherrard. Gets it to Rennie. Svetanovich. 3-point shot is no good. Strong rebound there by Williams. Gets it back to Armstrong. Watch there now by Johnson. Armstrong. Good defense there by Johnson, not allowing a shot, but it's Caleb Rennie, 3-point shot. As Mills, good deflection on the rebound, gets it to Sherrard. Dawkins now. Coming in, gets it to Sherrard. Sherrard over to Ryan McKinnon. McKinnon to Mills. McKinnon now finds some space. Steps in, spins away, fadeaway shot off the back of the rim. Nick Mills with a strong rebound attempt. And they're going to rule that a football as Mills seemed like it almost spiked it down off of the foot of Andrew DeGurga, so gets the football call. So Holland College will get possession here, 14 on the shot clock, just over 5.5 left here in the fourth. Up by 23. Dawkins finds Ramari Johnson. Good effort by Johnson, blocked by DeGurga. Kicks it out though to Ryan McKinnon. No mistake about that. As Ryan McKinnon onto the scoreboard now with a strong 3-point shot. Zach Dawkins, great turnover and basket for Zach Dawkins, taking it away from Tariq Armstrong. A little extra by Dawkins in the face of Armstrong after that, but their battle continues. Down low for DeGurga. And a basket there by the big man. 28 was the lead a moment ago, now 26 again. 28 has been the biggest lead in the game for Holland College. Dawkins steps back for three, and Zach Dawkins with baskets on back-to-back possessions. So he's got his second three-pointer of the game, opens the lead up to 29. Very comfortable lead now for Holland College, but the play still at a frantic pace as Armstrong comes in on Dawkins. His shot is long. Dawkins was in his face on that one again. McKinnon now for three off the rim. And that'll go out of bounds. Topaz Canna and James Mullett coming into the game now for Holland College. Again, up 29. Tim Kendrick going to the bench here. 29-point lead gives him a lot of leeway to do that. Bryce Corliss sitting at 29 points today. Very good chance we don't see him again with the lead being what it is. $14 points for Aaron Simmons in the game. Doubtful we see him the rest of the game. Zach Dawkins sitting at 15. D'Angelo Woodside, 11 points, but in double digits in rebounds as well. Don't have access to the live stats, so the triple-double watch for Zach Dawkins is in jeopardy. I don't believe he's had too many rebounds here in the second half, but very good chance he's got a double-double with assists and points. Coming out of the timeout here. It's a 29-point Holland College lead. .425 in the fourth quarter remaining. Again, big game for Holland College in terms of the standings. A lot riding on it for them. It's been a back-and-forth fourth quarter in St. John as Matt Allison and UNBSJ battle. We'll give you an update on that when we can, as Nick Mills with a strong rebound there. He now locked in a good battle against Andrew DeGurga. Mills now back up top for Canna. Canna directs traffic, gets it to James Mullett. Mullett down low for Mills. Mills battling there with Rennie, and an extra shot there by Rennie after the whistle. Goes undetected. It will be 4 seconds on the shot clock for Holland College to work with now after a jump ball call. Topaz Canna will inbound it. Johnson off the inbound. Good pass there for Mullet. Changes direction on Brendan Morris. James Mullet off the rim. Johnson, good strong offensive rebound. Goes in on Caleb Rennie. That will be a charge against Johnson, who taps his own chest, admits defeat on that one. Corson O'Rourke coming back into the game now for Kings. We have a final score from the Mount Allison UNBSJ game. So the Mounties victorious by a score of 91-87. So Mount A currently improves to 8-8 on the season, tied with Holland College, but up 29 with under 4 minutes left here. We can assume that Holland College will move to 9-8 after this one. So a big win here for them. Again, with a game left against St. Thomas. Currently sit at first in the ACAA. Mount Allison also with a game against St. Thomas and a game against the Blue Devils remaining on their schedule. So as those two teams jockey each other in the standings here, late in the season, circus shot by Tariq Armstrong is good. Cuts into the deficit, but again, 3.5 minutes left, so could be too little too late here for Kings. Holland with a comfortable lead as they're deep into their bench now. Sherrard for Parsons. Parsons puts up a three. That's no good. Rebound out of the reach of Mullet, and it's Morris back the other way. His pocket's picked by Sherrard, and Mullet took possession but was on the sideline. Good effort, though, to try and get that ball. He's rewarded by his teammates on the sideline, and timeout called here by Kings. So we get all indications are that Holland College will remain ahead of Mount Allison in the standings following this one. Healthy 27-point lead late in the fourth quarter. They'll be closely watching the game tomorrow. Crandall visits Mount St. Vincent. Kings will stay on the road at Mount Allison. Those games happening at 3 and 4 respectively. Great battle on the schedule coming up tonight as the top two teams in the conference go at it in Halifax. St. Thomas visiting Mount St. Vincent. Mount Allison will visit St. Thomas next Friday night. Holland College next Saturday night will be on the road at St. Thomas to close out their regular season. Again, could be another big game for Holland College there against the first place Tommies. Armstrong with it now for Kings. Armstrong, another circus shot, another basket for Armstrong. It's been quiet for most of this game. Kings leading scorer, second leading scorer in the ACAA. Sherrard loses control of it there, and it's going to be Kings' ball. Looked like it was off of, I believe that was Sherrard, and out. Caleb Rennie now will inbound. 25-point lead for Holland College, under 3 minutes to go here. Armstrong watched by Canna. Armstrong gets around him, dishes to DeGurga. DeGurga's shot gets a good roll. Andrew DeGurga now with 8 points in the second half. 23-point deficit still for Kings. Mullet now, double team, finds the open man, that's Canna. From the free throw line, Topaz Canna finds himself on the score sheet now. And Tariq Armstrong dribbled it out of bounds, so it's a very quick turnover for Holland College. Again, up 25, sitting at 90 points on the game now. Inbound oncoming from Canna. Over the top for Mullet. Changes direction on Morris. Good bounce pass by Mullet to find Parsons, but Parsons can't make good on the attempt. And it's Armstrong back the other way. Canna not giving him a ton of room. Now doubled by Parsons. Armstrong almost lost the handle. Good composure to get it to DeGurga. Now back up top for Armstrong. Lucky he didn't get called for a travel on that after getting that pass, but Armstrong with the shot clock winding down. Owen Parsons with a huge block. Morris puts up a shot attempt, and he's going to draw a foul as the shot clock expired. They're going to count the basket as Sherrard jostled Morris. So a unlikely hoop and harm as the shot clock was expiring for Brendan Morris. Circus shot from deep in two-point territory. Very late stages of the fourth quarter now. Morris completes three-point play. .22 lead for the Canes. Canna comes in, and he's going to get called for a charge. So the lead stays at 22. Minute and a half left and change. Again, this would be a big win for Holland College. Gaining a little momentum here, coming off of a loss against second-ranked Mount St. Vincent last weekend. But they'll be a well-rested team. Not a lot of doubleheaders in the latter part of the season. There's another hoop and harm, this time for Tariq Armstrong. Cuts the lead to 20. Under a minute and a half to go now. Armstrong makes good on the three-point play. Stares down the home crowd as he watches that foul shot go in, but it is still a 19-point Holland College lead as that's Tyrell Casimir for two. Tyrell Casimir onto the score sheet now. 10 different Holland College players with points in this game. DeGurga now. His shot goes up and gets it to go. So Kings once again answering every time Holland College manages a score. Still a 19-point lead, under a minute to go now in the fourth. Mullet kicks it out for Canna. Wide open three. Topaz Canna off the front of the rim, and it's quickly ahead to DeGurga. DeGurga gets that to go as DeGurga well ahead of the other Kings scorers now. 18 points for DeGurga in the game. Sherrard double team turns it over, and it's Brendan Morris back the other way. He gets it to go. It's a 15-point lead now. So credit Kings for not quitting here as Armstrong creates another turnover. Athletic play there to reel that pass in. He comes in and he's going to get a foul, and he'll go to the line for two. So again, credit Kings for not going away here, down by as much as 29 points here, as many as 29 points. Now down 15, but still too little, too late. And Holland College has just been charged with a technical foul. So Kings will get an extra free throw coming out the other side of the timeout. And that could cut the deficit to 12. 24 seconds left, so probably too little too late for Kings nonetheless. but with 3 free throws upcoming, could at least cut the deficit. Again, Holland College just dipped deep into their bench in the late stages of the game here. But again, a win here, big for Holland College in the standings. Their 9th win will move them ahead of Crandall, who do have that game tomorrow against Mount St. Vincent, I believe it was. Tomorrow afternoon, Crandall does visit Mount St. Vincent, so another big game for Holland College in the standings there that they're not even involved in. $7 o'clock next Saturday night. Game time in Fredericton for these Hurricanes. Concluding their regular season. Again, the playoffs scheduled to start March 1st here at Holland College. Both the men and women's playoffs will be here. Armstrong, no good on the first attempt. Maybe that crowd noise coming into play a little bit for him there. Second shot is good for Armstrong. And this is the 3rd free throw upcoming for Armstrong. Again, the first one by nature of the technical foul charge to Holland College's bench. Armstrong 1 for 3 from the line, but O'Rourke takes possession. In on Sherrard, and Parsons dishes it out to DeGurga. Armstrong now steps around Parsons. Steps into the middle. His shot is wide. Good, strong rebound there by Sherrard. Draws the foul. 12 seconds left in the game now. Holland College up 14. Got to think they'll be content just to let the 12 seconds run out here. Again, no shot clock for Holland College. Bonus not in effect for Kings here, so they could still foul and try and stop the clock. But again, with the deficit being what it is, you got to think Holland College will just get it over half and let the last few seconds run out. So Holland College improves to 9-8 on the season, moves temporarily into 3rd place in the standings with their regular season finale coming up next Saturday night at St. Thomas. A big 14-point win for the Holland College Hurricanes here this afternoon. Thank you for joining us as we conclude our regular season of play here at Holland College. In terms of their home games, please join us starting March 1st for the ACAA men's and women's basketball playoffs coming here from Holland College. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. We'll see you next time here on Hurricanes TV.